Okay, this is Chowk Shahida in Mirpur. In the middle of the square, you can see a couple of Pakistan People's Party flags, which is a reflection of what happens to be the ruling party here in AJK at the moment. As per form and as per history of our politics in this region since 1947, the ruling party basically hijacks public space, as you can see there clearly in the screen in front of you. And this is perhaps the main square, although if you go down that road there in front of you, you'll come down to Fara Chowk, which is translated as Fountain Square. And this Chowk Shahida would be the Square of Martyrs, if you like. And there on your screen there in front of you is the Mirpur Stadium, which is surrounded by a lot of shops. And the stadium itself, as far as I know, isn't that productive. It's difficult to say what sort of activities take place there, but I imagine that most of the time it's unused and unutilized. And here in front of you, you see the Honda showroom. Apparently this is probably the most expensive spot in Mirpur. A few years back, apparently it was sold for somewhere around 6 crores, I think, for hardly what might be a canal. If not, if it isn't more than a canal, it won't be much more than that. So you can see that there are signs of hustle and bustle, as you would expect in any major city throughout the world. And even this place, perhaps 20 years ago, would have looked a lot different than what it does today. There are certainly a lot more cars on the street, and there are a lot more retail businesses. But as I was speaking to a retailer just some minutes ago, he was very skeptical, and he was very disheartened about the level of trade going on at the moment. And he mentioned the common ailments like lack of electricity and inflation and what have you, government corruption, etc., etc. So I hope to be coming back to this place tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and hoping to stay here until about 12 p.m. There you go, there's a military truck. So there's heavy military concentration of Pakistani army in all major urban centers throughout AJK, irrespective of whether they are in close proximity to the LOC or not. And Mirpur itself is indeed quite a distance away from the LOC, a good 60 or even more kilometers away, and it's in fact very close to Dina and Jhelum, both of which would be, a matter of 20-25 kilometers, if that, away from here. And Mangla, where the bulk of electricity that is produced in AJK is produced, and the road going to Mangla is that road there in front of you. There you go. The sun is bidding farewell to us for yet another day. So let's see what happens tomorrow morning.